strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Bulldog here, and I am super excited to jump back into Legends of Venari. I honestly have not been playing much over about the last month or so. I played quite a bit early in the alpha, and then once we got to the point where a lot of the rare Venari were gone, and you were just catching them to collect their essence to be able to level them up. I started renting out my passes and haven't played much personally, but the alpha is done. The beta is starting back up here in 2 days on July 28th, and I'm ready to jump back in and start playing and go after some of these new Venari that are coming, because I love this rush of going out and trying to be the first one to catch some of these Venari. I've got a Venari that's a serial number 1 from one of the alpha events that is one of my prized possessions for NFT gaming. I'll jump in and show that to you. But now is a great chance for people to jump in and get a fresh start. If you're just joining now, you missed out on all of the alpha Venari. Those are gone, you can't catch them anymore, but now we're gonna get a new set. A lot of the progress, gold, the world levels, a lot of the progress is going to reset. So now is a good time to jump in. Everybody gets to keep those alpha Venari that they caught. That was the advantage of being in the alpha phase. But now everything, at least a lot of things, will reset. So if you want to jump in, now is a great time. If you don't have a pass, I actually have a bunch of passes that I can hand out. I invested in several alpha passes. Those generate base passes. You can now use the base passes in the beta. So if you're interested in getting one of those, 50% revenue share, come to my Discord, the link's down below, go to the Legends of Venari section, just tag me, Bulldog1205, tag me, say, hey, I want one. We can get some passes for a lot of you. So anyways, let's go jump into the game here. And we will actually see that we can't really jump into the game. It is down due to extreme summer weather conditions. Lyra and Mira facility have advised everyone to take precautions as a 3-day heat wave have come into effect. They essentially paused the game for 3 days to allow people to choose what faction they want, to get their passes assigned to their scholars, whatever the case is. Kind of give everybody a chance to prepare for what's going to be a rush to start the beta. So I'm super excited. We can come in here and we can see all these passes I've got. I've actually got some few alpha passes left. One of these will be mine that I need to activate for myself, but I've got one alpha, and then we've got several base passes to hand out. I think I actually can claim some more base passes for my alphas in here as well, so we can get those to you guys if you want to jump into the game. But what is so exciting? If we go in here, I'll show you the Venari. Let's go to the right spot here. Getting a little excited. Go to the Venari tier 3, this one right here. This is one of my favorite NFT gaming items that I own. A serial number 1 tier 3 event Venari. I mean, there's only 498 of these total, and I have number 1. I was the very first one to catch one. That was so exhilarating when I got that. So this was at the start of an event. Everybody's rushing, trying to be the first one to find it, and then even once you find it, you gotta be the first one to catch it. And it's such a rush to try and collect these low serial number Venari, and I can't wait to get back into that. It is absolutely a lot of fun. If you want to see some of the gameplay, I've got more gameplay that I showed on a previous video. I did a video review of this. Right now, I can't go in to do gameplay because the game's actually down at the moment. It'll be back up for beta, and it'll look a little bit different. So let's actually go over to their post, and we can go over some of the things that are different that we will see. So what's coming first? The alpha, as the alpha season comes to an end, beta is gonna start. They're removing all tier 2, 3, 4, and faction exclusive Venari. As I mentioned, they are gone, they are done with. You can no longer catch them, catch their essence. Everybody who had alpha passes was playing the game. That's the advantage. They own some of those. They will be the exclusive owners of those until you can actually sell them on the marketplace, then you could buy them up. But now we will get nearly 300 new and returning Venari variants, so there's gonna be a lot of new Venari to go rush out and catch, including some in this new region, the new region with 8 new locations. It's this volcano region that looks pretty cool. It's actually what you see right behind me as well, kind of a small animated version in my little window here. So the pass system, we're now going to be able to use the base passes I kind of alluded to previously. It was just alpha passes. Alpha passes will generate base passes. Now those base passes can be used. So there's going to be more players in the game, more players fighting for these Venari. It's going to be harder to catch that #1 now. It's going to be more challenging. I want to see if I can still get some of them though. I'm excited. Maybe I'll have to do a live stream. I think it goes live at like 2 a.m. my time though. I don't know. That might be a rough live stream. We'll see. We will see. And the passes are actually going to turn into these profile pictures, which is going to be cool as well. So then we have the marketplace that's not quite here yet. That's a big question we get. Why am I catching these Venari? What can I actually do with them? This is an NFT game. This is a play to earn game, right? Why am I playing if I can't sell anything? Well, it'll be here soon. And one of the things that the team's talked about recently, and even messaged me about, because I kind of mentioned this on my No Bull review a little bit. They don't want this to be a pump and dump type game. They even said that they're not even sure they really believe in the full sustainability of a play to earn game. They want to have a more fun game where you get to own your assets in that game and you get to own the NFTs. And they don't want it to revolve around players making money. They want people to play the game because it's fun and they enjoy it and they can own their assets. And yeah, if there's some opportunities to make money, then that's a great thing. But they're not going to promote it as come play our game so you can make money. And I really love that. I absolutely love that. And I don't necessarily agree with them 100% that play to earn is not sustainable. I absolutely think it can be, but it's very, very difficult. And that's something honestly, this whole industry is still working on a little bit. So I think this is a safer method. And they didn't want the marketplace out until the game is stable and operating and they've got things where they want, because that can just create some chaos if there's lots of changes made. And I like the approach they're taking. Don't put the marketplace out yet. Let's get a stable game. Let's get people here for playing the game, and then we'll add the marketplace down the line. So you will be able to sell these Venari that you collect. They are NFTs, but the marketplace is not going to be here immediately. It will come. But they also want more utility for these before they come, and because you can't really judge the price until you got the full game and the full utility for them, right? So that's kind of important. So anyways, they talk about some of some partnerships they might be using, and then they've got the grid. The most significant change to the design. I mentioned that you can go back and look at some of the gameplay previously. The game's going to look a little bit different. So this new exploration and this grid's going to present a whole different type of gameplay that's going to open up a bunch of new options both now and in the future. So all play, it's going to enable individual exploration, drive player collaboration, and revamp the Venari seeking and hunting process. So I'm kind of excited to see how this plays out. I'm not quite 100% sure on the details, so I don't want to go over it too much, but it looks pretty cool. And it talks about how you're going to be able to do things like have raid encounters, have capture points for different guilds that can present bonuses. So there's a lot of cool stuff that they can do here. And I just want to say I'm excited about this. This is going to be an upgrade for the gameplay, and I can't wait to see how it looks once it all gets here. So I'm pretty excited about it. The whole LOV team is incredibly excited. Of course they are. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and yeah, I can't wait for it. I absolutely cannot wait. That's coming here in just a few days. So let me know what you guys think. Are you gonna jump in and start playing early? Start leveling up your locations and prep for some of the events that are coming. If you've got a higher level and can reach these other locations when you get these events that come in. I don't necessarily know when those are coming or anything, but if you're more prepared, you can increase your chances of catching a serial number one Venari like I did. That's gonna be. Honestly, I'll probably never do that again. But even when I did get a few other like top 100 serial numbers, and those were still really cool. It was still really exciting to get that, even if you don't hit the home run and get the big one. But man, was that such a rush when I caught number 1. And of course, it was literally like 20 minutes after I got streaming. I've done one live stream of this game, and it was about 20 minutes after I got off stream. I was like, let's do a live stream, see if I can go catch one, and I couldn't. And then 20 minutes after I got off, I ended up catching it. So unfortunately, it wasn't on stream. But I don't know. Maybe this time it will be. I'll try to stream some more. We'll see if I can be on for the start of any events, the start of beta. Like I said, I think it's like 2 a.m. my time, so. I don't know if we'll do that or not, but you never know. I do want to be on the second it goes live, if we're being honest. So if I'm gonna be up, if I'm gonna be playing, we might as well stream it, right? Might as well stream it. We'll see. So stay tuned. I don't know. That might be coming here in it's less than 48 hours at this point. Less than 40 hours until the beta goes live. Again, if you want one of those passes, 50%. And when I say 50% revenue share, I should go over this real quick for any potential scholars. That will be whenever you sell a Venari, or if you convert it to Essence, then it splits it half and half basically. A lot of that, like selling on the marketplace, will come down the line whenever that's there. So it might not even be anything immediately, but the game auto distributes all of that. So it's not like some of these other games where you have to manually distribute it. It's all automated, which is going to make it very, very easy for guilds. And that's one reason I said this feels like a game that guilds are going to be huge into, because it's so easy to manage. It's so easy to manage, and there's not a lot of training. And I talked about this on the previous video, but with Splinterlands, one of the hardest things for getting guilds into play Splinterlands is that Splinterlands is a very strategic game, and the core concepts are pretty simple, but the actual strategy and learning to be a good player takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and guilds simply do not like that they have to put time into training people. That's an extra expense. They don't like to go through it, whether it's training people or recruiting established players. And this is a game that is fun, and it's fun going around collecting all these. There are little bits of strategy in terms of how you manage your resources and try to find the best options for catching Venari. There's little bits of strategy, but it's a very casual, friendly game, if that makes sense. It's not something that guilds have to pour hours and hours into training players and how to play. It's as simple as having some guides up, having some YouTube videos, and very simple. Everything's automated. So I think this is going to be a huge game for guilds, and that's why I kind of bought a lot of these passes. I thought about establishing a little mini guild myself into this game. So I don't know if you want to be a part of the beginning of that. Come ask for one of these scholarships in my Discord. Again, the link is below, and just tag me, and we'll get to people. I might not have enough for everybody depending on how many people want one, but if you want one, swing by and then we'll see what we can do. And I've got alpha passes that are continually generating base passes. So even if you don't get one right away, you might even be able to get on a list and find one not too long down the line. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I will see you at the start of the beta event for Legends of Venari. I am super excited. I hope you are as well.